I am the first one to talk in an elevator full of people, usually. I like to fix things. So if things are in disarray, I tend to put them in order or try to come up with a way to help. I also slightly OCD. That means that I make lists and kind of come up with steps to take to solve a problem. At the end of the day, when it comes down to the basics, I want to honor people and in that way honor God. And so I tend to be an encourager, just looking for opportunities to engage people and encourage them.
I think when you look at the criteria for the Passion of Excellence Award, innovation, creativity, collaboration, service, leadership, all are descriptive qualities of Eugene Parke Brown here at the center.
Parke makes an effort to get to know everyone at the center, and when opportunity allows, his colleagues at the CSIU as well. Here at the center, we share our space with other companies and agencies, and Parke even makes an effort to get to know those folks as well. In the elevator, the hallway, the parking lot, he goes out of his way to introduce himself and make a connection. And I think that's probably the biggest thing I appreciate about Parke and as a colleague is his ability to make connections. And he'll refer back and in conversation and say, we talked about such and such, and how is that going for you? Even though it may have been 2 or 3 weeks ago that conversation happened.
He is really great at creating a sense of belonging for everyone he meets. I was thinking about this, and the first time I ever met him, I didn't work directly with him, but he went out of his way to call me by name, to ask me a simple question, where do you live kind of question. And at the time I thought it was just a way to kind of get to know me, but truly I didn't realize it, but I've realized now that Parke was laying the foundation for that human connection that he is so good at doing. He is excellent at connecting with other humans.
What makes Parke a great colleague at the CSIU is his genuineness and his honesty in his approach to his work.
Well, at the core, when I look at my day and look at my goals in life, it is absolutely to encourage people, to respect them and honor them, and in some way make their lives better because of what I do. So that's a personal goal. In my work, it fits perfectly because what I'm doing is supporting a program that supports student education. Student education supports all of their outcomes, whether they be life outcomes of education or occupational choices, relational choices. It all comes down to their experience in school being that basic building block.
His consistency in being overall reliable.
He is really good at offering sound advice for any new challenges that might come up. I've worked with him for the last 4 years, and it's really wonderful to find a colleague that you can, typically that would happen with maybe a manager or a leader, but with a colleague that is, I think, especially valued. We
were coming from one of the trainings out in the Pittsburgh area, and just as we said goodbye to the last grantee, it was time for us to go. Well, here, the rental key to the car that I used to get there came up missing. Couldn't find it anywhere. Parke helped me shake the bag upside down. We even called some other people in the area to make sure that they didn't pick up my set of keys. But something came over me and I said, Parke, I think we got to go back to Pittsburgh, man. I said, I'm not comfortable going to Harrisburg and leaving the rental car there. So just take me back to Pittsburgh, drop me off, and I'll figure it out. So he's, you sure that's what you want to do? I said, yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing to do. He's like, okay. So mind you, we're already halfway to Harrisburg. With no problem, we go back to the Pittsburgh Patan. And just as Parke lets me out of the car, I pick up the computer bag. And as the sun is letting down, if you're ever at the Pittsburgh Patan, it sits up on that hill, the sun came down, it was like one little beam. And it like hit the shiny part in the bag where the keys were. Long story short, that could have been close to 8 o'clock that we finally stumbled upon those keys. And here Parke still had to drive back to Harrisburg and then to Lancaster. I remember sitting up waiting that evening, or should I say that night, until he got home, because I told him to make sure that he texts me. And he got home before midnight, which was the goal. But I say all that to say it was the sacrifice in that moment that I took away from what he was able to do. Parke will be the first one there, and he absolutely will be the last one to leave. Or in this story, be willing to go back to make sure that everything is in order.
And I'm also uncomfortable at being recognized for any award that attracts attention to myself.
And he also has a great sense of humor. He makes his goals to make us laugh at meetings.
I'd like to thank Parke's wife of 48 years, Cheryl, for allowing him to spend as much time that he does here at the center and with his colleagues and coworkers. For that, Parke, I think you're well deserving of the Passion of Excellence Award. I love you, man, and salute.